well, let's start some wit and wisdom. So remember, our big idea that we're trying to figure out for this module is how does the powerful force, how do people respond to the powerful force of the wind? So what is it these people do? What are their actions? How do they feel about the powerful force of the wind? So we've been looking at one book in particular, and that book is Feel the Wind. And Feel the Wind is a nonfiction book. And so we've been looking at it and we've read different parts of it and we've made sure that we've understood what each part is about. So my question to you is, what do we call the most important idea about a book? So the author is trying to tell us something. What is that important idea called? Some of you are probably saying central message, and yes, you would be right if this was a fiction book, if it had characters and a setting, because that he's trying to teach us something through other people's actions. But because this is a nonfiction book and it doesn't have characters, it just has facts, we call the most important idea the essential meaning. So what is the essential meaning? What is it that the author was trying to tell us or teach us or get us to know? Okay, so we're going to try today to find the essential meaning of our story, Feel the Wind. So I'm going to have you look back at our main topics chart. When we first started this book, we said that all the pages had to do with wind. So that's what the whole book is about. But that's not the essential meaning. That's just the idea of the book. What we're trying to figure out is, what does the author want us to know about the wind? What does he want us to take away about the wind? So in the first couple pages, we said you can use your senses to see, to hear, and to feel the wind. In the next section, we said that wind is made when hot air rises and cold air comes in and takes its place. So that motion of hot air rising and the cold air taking its place causes the wind to happen. In the third section, we said that the wind can move and push objects. Remember, we saw those pictures, how the girl on her bike, if you ride with the wind, it pushes you. If you ride toward the wind, it's almost pushing you back. It can bend and sway the trees. And then in the last section, we learned that the wind can affect the weather. So we know that a really hot wind can go through the Rocky Mountains and melt really deep snow in a couple hours. So these are all the thoughts about wind that we learned. So what I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions out loud. This will help us figure out the essential meaning, or what is it the author wants us to learn about the wind. What is wind? What is it? Well, wind is something that you can see and hear, right? And I know that it could do damage to my house, and it can, push things, and sometimes there is no wind. So what about this question? Where is the wind? You should say everywhere. The wind is everywhere. If you walk outside, it's there. If you go to the Rocky Mountains, it's there. Everywhere is wind. And so what can that wind do? Yeah, it can move things. It can push and pull and damage things. It can change the weather, right? It can affect the weather. So now, thinking about all that, I want you to help me answer this question. We said the whole book is about the wind, but I want you to help me figure out, what did the author try to teach us about the wind? The wind, the wind is strong. Yep. What else? Powerful. Yes, strong and powerful. Those are the same types of things. It's everywhere. So the wind is powerful. It's strong. It's everywhere. It can damage things, right? It's everywhere. It can damage things. So that affects me, right? The damage and the craziness. So could we say that maybe the wind is a powerful force? Yeah, we learned those words, right? I'm going to have to turn it this way because we're going to write something long. The wind is a powerful force that what? What does it do? What does the wind do? That affects people, right? It affects people. Doesn't the wind affect people? Because if a tree blows down in my house, I'm affected. If a tree is blowing everywhere and I'm trying to ride my bike, is that affecting me? Yeah. So the wind is a powerful force that affects lives, people's lives, right? All the time, because we said wind is everywhere. So the wind is a powerful force that affects lives all the time or everywhere. So the essential meaning, or what the author wanted us to get out of this book, is not just the wind. He wanted us to learn that the wind is powerful. And it's a force that affects everything that we do, right? It affects us when it blows down a tree. It affects us if we're trying to ride a bike or fly a kite. It affects us if we're really hot or really cold. The wind is a powerful force that affects us all the time. Now, we were able to do that, come up with this essential meaning by using our details from the book. We said that you can hear, see, and feel the wind, right? That's affecting our lives. We said that the wind is made when hot air goes up and cold air goes down. Well, yeah. So now hot air and cold air, they're changing places all the time. We said that wind can move and push objects. Well, yeah. So that's affecting my life. That's affecting your life. That's affecting everybody's life. If you're trying to do something outside, like pick up trash and the wind is blowing, is that an easy or hard job? It's hard, right? Or if you're trying to rake leaves, that's a hard job. And then the last thing is the wind affects the weather because it can be a powerful force, right? So what we did was we took all of our details, we used all of our details to come up with one thing that the author is wanting us to learn. He wanted us to learn that the wind is a powerful force that affects us all the time. Now, I will tell you that tomorrow when we do Wit and Wisdom, we are going to take those 3 different sources. Remember, we had our book, Feel the Wind. We had our website, DK Find Out, that told us all about hurricanes. And then we had the other book on Epic that I read to you about hurricanes. And we're going to use all 3 of those sources and we're going to combine them and see what is similar and what is different. So tomorrow, that will be our job. So get excited.